News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
A driver whose car collided with a bus is ticketed, and students interact during an assembly about a serious subject. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Eunette Gentry. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
The sheriff gives an update concerning a school bus crash. It's Thursday, September 26th. I'm Eunette Gentry. Several additional bus passengers received medical attention following a fender bender that occurred on Blagg Road this week.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office has released an update regarding a school bus versus vehicle accident that occurred on September 23rd on Blagg Road. According to the Sheriff's Office, the driver of the sedan that pulled out in front of the school bus that was traveling northbound on Blagg Road has been cited for failure to yield the right-of-way. The accident occurred while the bus was traveling on the roadway with students on board. One student was transported to Desert View Hospital with minor injuries. Fire Chief Scott Lewis adds that several other individuals on the bus were transported by personal vehicle to local medical facilities with minor injuries. There was minor damage to both vehicles. The sedan involved was said to be pulling out of Seymour's ice cream shop when the accident occurred.
Climate change and its effect on our bottom line in today's financial news.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, Goldman Sachs is calculating the high cost of climate change. Not long after the UN report revealed trouble for oceans and frozen regions around the world, Goldman released its own analysis. According to the Wall Street firm, cities generate 80% of global GDP and are vulnerable to a surge in storms, flooding, and higher temps. Agricultural areas are in danger of a shift in rain patterns. The conclusion is a shortage of drinking water and food is likely, along with a breakdown of city infrastructures. The ripple effect is happening due to union workers striking against GM. According to the Wall Street Journal, dealers are running short on components for repair work on cars. Plenty of vehicles are available on dealership lots, but there are a few models with dwindling inventory.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks, Angela. Now here's Deanna O'Donnell with the latest happenings across our state.
Nevada's Attorney General says he won't accept a tentative deal that OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma has reached with about half the states and thousands of local governments over the deadly opioid epidemic. Attorney General Aaron Ford says that Nevada has been hit particularly hard by the epidemic, and his office cannot accept the settlement because it does not bring those responsible to justice. The agreement would call for Purdue to pay up to $12 billion over time, and the Sackler family that owns the company give up control. Ford is one of roughly 20 state attorney generals to sue the Sacklers in addition to their company over the crisis. The director of the Nevada Senior Medicare Patrol is warning Nevadans about genetic testing company representatives offering free genetic tests to Medicare beneficiaries. These tests can be done and referred to as a DNA screening, cancer screening, or hereditary testing. And the company representatives go door to door or visit senior centers, senior housing, veterans events, health fairs, and other locations where people can gather to convince them to let them take a cheap swab for testing. These fraudulent companies promise that the results will help recipients avoid diseases or find the right medications, and all they require is that cheek swab and the person's Medicare number. Federal regulations state diagnosis tests must be ordered by the physician who is treating the patient, and they warn consumers against signing off on any tests not required by a known and trusted physician. Well, Nevada Attorney General Aaron D. Ford is warning consumers about a growing phone scam. In many cases, the scammers spoof the Social Security Administration's caller ID to appear legitimate, though in every instance, the scammers are after personal information. One variation of the scam has the caller claim the victim's Social Security number has been blocked, canceled, or suspended because it was linked to suspicious activity. Then the caller asks the victim to pay to reactivate it or receive a new Social Security number. Another variation, the caller claims that the victim's Social Security number was used to apply for credit cards and the victim is in danger of losing benefits. The caller asks the victim to verify their Social Security number. The Federal Trade Commission has reported over $17 million in losses this year alone resulting from this scam. There have been nearly 73,000 reports about this scam in the first 6 months of 2019. Anyone who receives a call they think is a scam should hang up and report it to the Social Security Administration's Office of the Inspector General or to the Federal Trade Commission. Well, according to the Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation's August 2019 Economic Sub-State Report, statewide jobs increased by 3.0%, a gain of 42,100 new jobs added since August of last year. During the same period, Reno Metropolitan Statistical Area added jobs at the rate of 6.1%, while Las Vegas and Carson City grew by 1.8% and 3.7%, respectively. All the metropolitan statistical areas had faster employment growth rates than the national rate of 1.4% and showed growth over the year. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada.
Thanks, Deanna. And we're on track for a high-speed train between Las Vegas and SoCal. Those details right after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Cardiology, located at 1397 South Loop Road in Pahrump, Nevada. Call 775-210-8333 for an appointment. Dr. Tali Eric, proudly serving Pahrump since 2005.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, California officials have put a private company's plan to build a high-speed train between Las Vegas and Southern California one step closer to reality. A state committee chaired by Treasurer Fiona Ma on Wednesday approved $300 million in tax-exempt private activity bonds for the project by Virgin Trains USA. The state will consider approving the same amount again next year. Officials say that would allow Virgin Trains USA to issue about $2.4 billion worth of debt. That's roughly half of what it would need to build the train. The company wants trains running by 2023. And turning back to other local news, Rosemary Clark Middle School, along with Nye Communities Coalition, invited a speaker to talk to students today about alternatives to using drugs and alcohol. New Jersey native Matt Balachi, who is a therapist, has a unique way of getting his point across that captivated the audience.
I'm here to talk about natural highs. I wrote a book called A Better High, which is really the science behind activities that change our brain chemistry in a way that's positive. It helps us grow and develop when we're younger, and it's really better for the environment too. So I'm here just impressing upon the kids, like, look, you can manage your emotions and your life on your own, but you need certain activities throughout the day that make you feel happy, like exercise and turning to music and laughter and helping other people. So I'm stressing those themes.
Let's hear it for the first cheer.
Support. When I was in middle school, I have a brother 5 years older than me. He got into a lot of trouble back then because the friends that he leaned on, let's just say they supported some pretty negative choices. My parents used to yell you're 16, you shouldn't drink. And my brother was like, Dad, relax. I read there's protein in beer.
A lot of times when you have a speaker on the topic of drugs, it's very heavy and it can be dark because it is a dark topic. I mean, people are losing their lives. We have an opiate epidemic. We have a meth problem. We have marijuana that seems to be everywhere, high concentrations of weed, and kids are getting their hands on it, right? So, like, you can go the dark way. I choose to interact in a happier, positive, funny way because I'm more of a comedian. I did stand-up for 7 years in clubs, and so I feel like if I can access the young minds using humor, I can at least share this message of, hey, you know, you don't need these chemicals, especially when you're growing up, especially when your brain is still developing. There are things we can do to manage this life in a natural way.
You should be doing that. It's not good for you. He goes, weed is like sour. And I remember saying to him, I don't think it is.
I left a copy of my book, A Better High, in the library of the middle school, but anyone can purchase it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, on my own website, which is mattbellis.com. I'm happy to do that. I share with schools lesson plans all the time for the classroom, for health classes, to really teach this message nationally.
I get up and start doing this. And my wife was like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, you don't understand, I have to represent, man, I'm doing this. And a minute goes by and I'm the only one jumping. Do you know how uncomfortable it is to jump for 1 minute alone? It's kind of like this moment right here. After the minute though, children in the audience come out to me and they start dancing too. Which was incredible. And then they started asking me to pick them up. And I did. I picked them up, throw them around. And the parents like, why are you touching my kids? Keep jumping. Song ends. Song ends. People are high-fiving me, telling me I'm inspiring them, but I jumped for 4 minutes.
What a great positive message to help students stay on the straight and narrow path. And in other local news, an area man was arrested after a rental company reported to police that deposits and rent paid on a property were returned by the bank.
Patrol members be advised.
Benjamin McClellan has been arrested by the Nye County Sheriff's Office. On August 13th, deputies were dispatched to 2301 Winery Road in reference to a bad check. Upon arrival, they contacted a property manager for Access Realty that said in July of this year, a male by an undisclosed name entered Access Realty to enter into a lease agreement for a property located on Washoe Avenue. The reporting party told police that the deposits for the application fee, security deposit, and first month's rent were submitted to Access Realty. The individual used a bank account and routing number. However, they say the funds did not clear the originating account and Access Realty never received any payments. The manager said that they made several attempts to contact the individual by telephone regarding the missing funds, which produced negative results. They believe that this individual had falsely identified himself. During the investigation, detectives conducted a record check with Pahrump Valley Disposal to determine that there had been an account opened at the Washoe Avenue address. They learned that a person by the name of Benjamin McClellan opened an account and provided a picture ID to the office staff. Police say that they made contact with an individual later identified as Benjamin McClellan at the Washoe Avenue address. They say that he identified himself by another name. However, he did not match the description of that person and did match the description of the information given to Pahrump Valley Disposal by the name of Benjamin McClellan. When police were on scene, they even called the telephone number that they had learned belonged to McClellan. They say that the call connected to the phone that was in possession of the male that they were speaking to. After conducting a records check with Nye County Sheriff's Office dispatch, McClellan returned with 2 warrants out of the state of Nevada. Benjamin McClellan was then arrested and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. The investigation is ongoing to determine how McClellan acquired another individual's identification.
And there's much more local news when we return.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Nevada HealthLink was made aware that the federal health insurance marketplace, known as healthcare.gov, incorrectly sent notices to Nevada consumers regarding the upcoming enrollment period. These notices were from the marketplace and were sent in error. Nevadans who received notices from the marketplace should be aware that NevadaHealthLink.com is the only place to get enrolled in a qualified health plan during the next open enrollment period, which begins November 1st, 2019. If you have any questions, please call Nevada HealthLink's Consumer Assistance Center at 1-800-547-2927. Well, this is official. The Fall Festival is underway, and News 25 took a look around at Petrick Park today at all the great festivities.
The 55th Annual Pahrump Fall Festival begins today at 4 p.m. at Petrick Park on the corner of Basin and Highway 160. Travelers need to be aware that Basin Avenue will be closed off from September 26th through the 29th. Please take alternate routes. The festival features vendors, food, Davis Amusements carnival rides, an art and craft fair inside the Bob Roode Community Center, a car show, horseshoe tournaments, entertainment on stage all weekend long, including a talent competition on Saturday at noon, followed by a pet contest, and of course the Nye County Sheriff's Office K-9 units. There's a church service on Sunday morning for residents to attend, and of course don't miss the rodeo Friday and Saturday night beginning at 6 p.m. inside McCullough Arena. You can get your tickets now for the carnival rides by going to davisamusements.com, or you can buy them at the gate. If you're a resident or a business and you would like to donate back to our community, please come up to the stage and you can donate carnival passes to the less fortunate, and you can also donate any items that you would like to promote for your business. The parade will be held on Saturday morning beginning at 9 a.m. The roads close at 8. It starts at Oxbow off of Highway 160, traveling southbound to Dandelion Street. KPVM-TV will be live streaming and airing the parade on our local Pahrump Facebook page and, of course, on our 7 digital channels. Have a great time at this year's Pahrump Fall Festival.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's take a look outside at our fall festival forecast through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam. Well, we have a bit of cloud cover, but it's still a gorgeous day to come on out to Petrick Park. A closer look at those temperatures you can expect during the weekend and the festival after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 88 degrees, a low of 68. Death Valley up even more with their high of 120 and a low of 76. Amargosa at 90 with a low of 64. 87.58 in Beatty, 83.50 in Goldfield, 82.49 in Tonopah. Both Fallon and Carson City, their high of 87 degrees. 52 in Fallon for the low and 54 in Carson City. And finally, we have Fernley at their high of 89 and a low of 54 degrees today. Now today in Pahrump, we saw some partly cloudy skies. Our high today was 85 degrees. Winds coming out of the south-southwest at 9 miles per hour. Our humidity at 36%. And our sunrise at 6:35 this morning. Now for tonight, we're expecting mostly clear skies. It's currently 84 degrees outside. Our low tonight going to be 64 degrees. Winds coming out of the southeast at 8 miles per hour. 47% for our humidity, and our sunset at 6:35 tonight. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we're expecting some nice sunny skies all week long. We are expecting some high winds on Saturday up to 26 miles per hour. Now temperature-wise, our temperatures are going to continue that downward swing. On Friday, we're expecting a high of 87, a low of 64. We're going to slowly work our way down through Monday, where we're going to be at 72 for our high and 45 for our low. But then on Tuesday, we're going to make a little bit of a U-turn. We're going to be up to 74 with a low of 48. We're going to keep climbing up through next Thursday. We're going to be seeing a high of 83 and a low of 56. So now with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with Eunette.
Thanks so much, Michael. And be sure to come out to Petrick Park to celebrate with us in all of the Fall Fest events. And in fact, I'm on our way to our KPVM booth right now. We have a prime location at Petrick Park, right next to the community center and near some favored snack food stands. There'll be lots of food and fun. So come by and say hi tonight. And don't forget that the parade is Saturday morning. I hope to see you there as well. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Eunette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow. Good night.